Let's go.
It's your back, it dey keep passing. It dey bring out the best thing. I dey feel your recipe. Make you give me that recipe. Fine, fine. Yeah, you fine. You so divine. I dey feel you die.
What's up, people? We got a new episode of Awesome Entertainment. I'm Joel Awesome. Just reading this headline actually blew my mind on another missed opportunity by Marvel. I'm like, damn, this actually would have been this would have been a good thing. Like, so the multiverse, my issue is they did the multiverse saga, which the multiverse never goes hard in any version of Marvel, comics, cartoon. Multiverse is just, once it gets to a certain level, it just kind of becomes nonsense. But one of the things they promised us was movies in the different universes. The only one we got was Deadpool, which was in the original Fox universe, and we got Fantastic Four, which was in a different universe, but really wasn't any different from ours, except they didn't have the heroes. So what's the point? Because they do, movies like Captain Marvel and Iron Man and act like the other heroes ain't there. So it didn't really make any difference. This is actually a missed opportunity. Okay, it says Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4 gets an update from Batman 2 co-writer. I was like, damn, they could have actually just did a Spider-Man 4. I've been one of the people that's saying like, yo, fans need to let that shit go. It ain't gonna happen. But now I'm sitting here thinking like, damn, that would have been a great idea. That would have been the perfect time to drop Spider-Man 4, bring them in Secret Wars, Doomsday later. Like, you would have made some bank. A Tobey-led movie, maybe a multiverse movie where you bring in Tom, but let Tobey be the lead. You should let Tobey and Hugh Jackman lead Secret Wars or Doomsday. But anyway, let's dive into the article. The dream of seeing Tobey Maguire swing back into action for Spider-Man 4 isn't seemingly dead yet. The Batman Part 2 co-writer Mattson Tomlin has shared a cautiously optimistic tidbit about his campaign to write Spider-Man 4. Okay, so somebody wants to do it. He hasn't received a no yet. On X, formerly known as Twitter, screenwriter Mattson Tomlin, I want to call this nigga Tomlinson like the Steelers coach. Mattson Tomlin responded to a fan asking if his pitch for Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire has gained traction. Tomlin revealed that while things are complicated, the dream isn't entirely dead. Slow and steady wins the race. There won't be anything to say about that for a long time, if ever, because it involves a lot of people in politics and things going right to have nothing to do with me. But I haven't gotten a no yet. Hey, that's, what I'm saying? They ain't say no yet, man. Call Tobey. You know what I'm saying? So that's good news. Like I said, man, it's kind of a missed opportunity. They're already on Doomsday and already in Secret War. So they kind of, it should have happened already. But, like I said, Marvel Zombie should have been its own live action R-rated movie with, one end credit scene where you bring them in, whoever the lead is. A real lead, not Kamala Khan, like a Punisher or somebody who's supposed to be fighting zombies, Blade, who knows? Anybody would have worked. Bring him into multiverse. You should have did the same thing with Spider-Man 4. Tomlin has been vocal about his desire to craft a grounded continuation of Sam Raimi's trilogy. Earlier this year, he shared his concept for a story where Maguire's Peter Parker navigates life as both a superhero and as a father. Spider-Man as a father is where I gravitate towards, given the last 8 films. Also be awesome because you got Tom Holland, who's still young, even though he like 25, 26. He's still playing a young Spider-Man. So you could have an old Spider-Man, a young Spider-Man. Could have tied it together. Spider-Man was originally slated to release in May 2011. Spider-Man 4 was slated to release in May 2011 with Sam Raimi returning as director, Tobey Maguire reprising his role. However, creative disagreements led Sony to cancel the project and reboot the franchise with Amazing Spider-Man featuring Andrew Garfield in 2012. Terrible idea. You should have just, when you have some shit that's working, sometimes sometimes let the creatives be the creatives. How do you have creative disagreements where you scrap the whole thing and then start all the way over? It doesn't make any sense. And Andrew Garfield was a great Spider-Man, but those movies overall were not great. So that just takes away from his good performance. It's like, damn, the dude actually did a good job. But one, you try to live up to Tobey, who everybody likes. You never want to replace the guy that everybody likes. That's just the life fact. So whenever I'm leaving, don't try to replace me because everybody likes me, man. It's too late. The same with Tobey, man. They put you in a bad position, and then re-scrapping it. And then the second one actually wasn't bad, but then the Green Goblin at the end was just extra. Like, bro, y'all had it right. But Sony kind of fucked everything up. And whoever was in charge of that shit probably was the same people in charge of the Sony-verse that made the villains and that nobody wanted to watch in the villain movie. So either way, bad move. When it's going good, just keep it going. Don't switch up. That's what people came here for. Look at Jurassic Park, man. Jurassic Park is a perfect example. The last one that I went to go see, the one with Scarlett Johansson, obviously wasn't the best one. It wasn't it was better than the last one with Chris Pratt. But regardless, the formula is the same. You show up, you go to the island, the dinosaur eats two worthless characters, you move on. You don't need to change it. That's what I went to the theater for. I didn't go to the theater, to see the dinosaurs, shoot lasers or something. It's something different. And that dinosaur was a little bit janky at the end. That's where y'all lost money, but it still made $800 million. People are going for what they want. Just, you know what I mean? Don't switch up. Let me finish this. Since then, Raimi and Maguire have both expressed openness to returning to the franchise. Raimi told Movie Plot in 2002 that the Marvel multiverse gave him hope that anything is possible. So he was thinking about it. Oh my God. He was like, bro, what are we doing? Y'all had money on the table. My bank account would be empty if y'all would have did this. Oh my goodness. And he cooked a Multiverse of Madness, which is one of my favorite movies. I don't give a fuck if y'all hate. Raimi told Movie Plot in 2002 that the Marvel multiverse gave him hope that anything is possible. Maguire echoed a similar sentiment in Spider-Man No Way Home, the official movie special. If these guys called me and said, would you show up and hang out and goof around, or would you show up to do this movie or read a scene or do a Spider-Man thing? It would be yes, because why wouldn't I want to do that? Tobey said that? That's from the man himself? However, Sony Pictures has not commented. What are you doing? This was in 2002. So the last 3 years, I think they released like Madam Web, Craven, Venom had two movies, I think, in the last couple of years, maybe one movie. And everybody's like, yo, these movies kind of suck. Why don't you have Spider-Man in the movie? And you got the dude saying, yeah, I say yes to anything. A cameo, goofing around, or the real movie. And you didn't use, bruh? I mean, it blows my mind. Like, I don't understand where y'all going from. And you keep putting out these movies that are losing money. It don't make sense. You could have had old man Tobey crossing over with Tom, had all these Spider-Man events, bring in Miles, what's taking y'all so long for that shit? Y'all racist. Tell them what they are. They're racist. Put that black man up there and let him be Spider-Man, but y'all don't want to do that. Man, what a L. Wow, I was not expecting that. I didn't know that. So you learn something new every day. So Tobey was down to do it. Sam Raimi was down to do it. Sony was spending all their money on Madam Web. Wow, geniuses. Anyway, Marvel dropped the ball on the multiverse. We should have had it. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Either way, hopefully, they said there ain't no yet. So there is still possibility. Y'all send this video to Marvel, send it to Sony, let them listen to me. I'll talk some sense into him, okay? Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, get you a shirt. I'm out.
Don't play with my patience, man, they gone with the flow when they tryna fake it. That's not the way I roll, that's not the combination. You start off with the dough before you start the conversation. No one start the salutations, man, don't play with me. I'm coming from a place they would hate to be. I'm going through a phase you would hate to see. They say this life's a trip, ain't no telling where it's taking me. When you on the edge and you make your next move, better be your best. Before you throw it to the depths, better reinvest. Man, I count every moment and count every step, so I know I'm blessed. Now it's